Hi everyone, my name is Brittany Walker and I'm a developer advocate at Contentful. Today we're going to create a starter blog using Next.js for the front end, Contentful for our content, and we're going to deploy it via Vercel. So let's get started. The first thing you'll want to do is create a Contentful account. I have a new space in my account called Next.js blog and it's an empty space. Once you do that, we're going to head over to the terminal. So the next thing we're going to do is create a new Next.js project using create next app. So I'm going to type npx create next app and then -- example, and this is going to use our example code. So CMS Contentful is an example project, and then the last argument is whatever you want to call this folder. So I'm going to call mine CMS Contentful app. And once you do that, it's going to create the project for you using the template code. All right, it has installed the project for us. Make sure to cd into the folder that you created. So I'm going to cd CMS Contentful app. And I'm just going to clear it so we can go back to the top. And there you go. So I'm inside of my project now. So now we're going to need to grab some items from our Contentful account, some IDs and tokens, so that we can connect our template code to our Contentful account. So head over back to your Contentful account. So we're going to need a few things. We're going to need a space ID, and we're going to need some API tokens. To find those items, head over to Settings and click on API Keys. So the first token we're going to need is the Content Management token. So you can find that in this section here. And your Content Management token is very important that you do not share this token with anyone. It is read and write, so people could delete all of your content, get access to your account, etc. So make sure you keep this token secret. To create a token, you click on Generate Personal Token, and then type a name, and it'll generate your token for you. Again, don't share this token. Once you create it, make sure you save it in a safe space. So I am going to show my token in this video, but I will delete it afterwards, so don't worry about that. So create your token and save it in a safe place. And then you can also go to the Content Delivery Preview Tokens tab and create a new API key. This is going to give us our space ID and also some other tokens we're going to use later. So if I click on Create API Key, it creates an access token page for me. Here's my space ID, which we need right now. And we also are going to need this Content Delivery API token and this Content Preview API token later as well. So I can go ahead and leave this open. So the next thing we're going to do is import our a template content model into our account. So we create a content model for you, and we're going to import it into the account. This is why we need the Content Management token. So let's go back to our terminal. And we're going to type a pretty long command, but bear with me here. So we're going to start with npx cross env, and we're going to put contentful space id equals, and then we're going to go grab our space ID, which is right here. And just another tip, the space ID is also in the URL as well if you need to grab it and you don't want to go to the API page. So I'm going to put my space ID there, and then we're going to do space, and then we're going to go contentful management token equals, and this is the token that I've said do not share with others. I'm going to share mine here in a second, but I will delete it. There it is. And then we're going to do npm run setup, and we're going to run this and see what happens. All right, so after that runs, it has, you can see in your terminal, it's done a lot of things. It's basically imported a template content model into your account, so you don't have to create it manually. So let's go see what that looks like. So if I head back to my Contentful account and click on Content Model, you should now have an author and a post content model created for you. If we look at post, there are 7 different fields created for you with validations and all that, so you don't have to do it manually. And these all match the template. And so yeah, you should have an author and a post. And let's go to content. You might have to refresh the page. Let's go ahead and create a few template blog posts. I'll create one here for you together, and then we'll take a break so you can add more yourself. So first I'm going to click on this add entry button and add a post. Now for my blog, I think since I'm wearing this really neat dinosaur sweater that I'm gonna make a dinosaur themed blog. So for my first blog post, I'm gonna write party like it's the Mesozoic era. Oops, spelled that wrong. And this T-Rex that has this blog is a lifestyle blogger. So they're writing about how to throw parties, how to decorate your house. So I'm thinking for this blog post, We're going to get some tips saying, are you turning into a Tyrannosaurus Rex? Trying to plan a fun dino party? Here are my top 5 dinosaur themed party ideas for you to enjoy. There you go. And I'm going to copy this and put this in our excerpt as well. And then we need a cover image. So I'm going to add a new asset. So now we're in the asset view. And I have an image of some dinosaurs with party hats. There we go. Let me grab that image. Party dino. Make sure you publish everything as you go. So I'm going to publish this, my neat little dinosaur image. And we're back at my post now. And I'm going to say this was written on the 17th. And then I'm going to add an author. So we don't have any authors yet, so I need to do add new content author. And the author for all these posts are going to be Mr. T-Rex. And I'm going to add another new image, and this is T-Rex's headshot. There you go. And let me grab the headshot. And once again, make sure you publish each step. So I'm publishing the headshot. So now I'm back in my author post. Publish that one. And now I'm back in my post. So all the fields have been filled out. So I'm going to go ahead and publish. And now if I go back to the content tab, we can see my post was published and my author was published. So I'm going to add a few more blog posts, and I'll meet you back here in a second. All right, so I've added 2 more posts. Now I have a 3 posts total and 1 author. So now we're ready to add these posts to our blog on our local machine. So we're going to go ahead and head over to the code for this project. So I'm going to go to my terminal, and I'm going to open this project using the VS Code command. Just open it in whatever text editor you prefer to use. All right, so I've opened my project in my text editor. So now that we've done this, we need to tell our project that we want to use Contentful. And now we're going to be using the other API tokens that we created before. So in the root of your project, you're going to want to create a new file, .env.local. And there is a .env.local example. You can go ahead and copy these items in here and copy them into your .env.local file. And here you can see we need the space ID, the access token, preview access token, and preview secret. So again, if we go back to our account and go to settings and click on API keys, and you click on your content delivery preview token tab this time, here we have our space ID, so let's copy that. Oops. There you go. And we need our access token. This is asking for the content delivery API access token, so we can copy this. And this token is read only, so it's okay if it's shown. And then we also need the content preview access token. Grab this one right here. And then the preview secret just needs to be a string that can work in a URL. So I'm going to just put dinos here. And there you go. So now our project knows that we need to use these items from Contentful, and it's connected to our Contentful account. So let's go ahead and go back to the terminal. And I'm going to clear this. And we're going to run npm run dev. So it's going to open localhost 3000. So I already have it open here. Let's refresh and see what shows up. And there we go. My dinosaur items are showing here. Looks great. I actually want this blog post, though, to be the first one. And it looks like it's ordered by date. So the most recent one is first. So let's go back to our space. And I'm going to go here to my content. And I want party like it's the Mesozoic era to be first. So I'm going to go down here and change the date to the 26th and publish that. And now if I go back and refresh the project, wow, my changes happened immediately. So now our Contentful account is connected to our project locally. That's great. Awesome. So at this point, now you can edit your blog post or edit the template, change the styling. You can modify the content model, but just remember, if you do that, you need to go into the api.js file and modify the GraphQL queries to match your new content model. You can change the components, whatever you like. So I'm going to make this blog look a little bit more fun. So I'm going to do that, and I'll meet you back here in a second. All right, I'm back. I've dynified my blog. I've changed a lot of the styling. I've changed the layout a little bit. Looks great. Everything looks great. So now I'm done, and you're presumably also done with your changes. So what you want to do is make sure to commit your changes. Oops, so let me go to my terminal. I'm going to go ahead and stop my server, and I'm going to do git add, git commit, initial commit. And let me just check git status. Okay, everything looks good. And then we're going to need to push it to GitHub or GitLab or Bitbucket, whatever you prefer. So I have already created a repository on GitHub. I haven't connected it yet to my local. So I'm going to go ahead and do remote add. And then go ahead and push this code to a repository. So once this code is pushed, I can now deploy this to Vercel. So now my code is on GitHub. Let's go ahead and refresh to make sure that it worked. Awesome. So now what you're going to want to do is go to Vercel and log in via GitHub, Bitbucket, etc. And then once you are logged in, you can click on New Project here. Click on New Project, and then depending on what you logged in with, your repository should show up in this list here. So Dynoblog is the repository that I just made and I just pushed my code to. So I'm going to click on import for that because that's the project I want to deploy. So I'm going to import that, and then you're going to get some configurations. The only thing we need to change is the environment variables. So remember those items that we put in our .env.local file? We need to also add them in here so that Vercel knows that we need to connect to Contentful. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. All right, I've added all my environment variables. So here I have my Contentful space ID and the value. You don't put the equal sign. And now I can click on deploy. So super excited. Let's see. Let's go ahead and click it. And yay! Once it's deployed, Vercel will throw you a little party with some confetti. And now my website is deployed. So I can click on this, or you can go to your dashboard. But I'm going to click on this so we can see the site live. And there you go. Now my website is live. I have a Vercel URL here. All of my content is here, and I can send this to other people to view. And that is it. So we've built a new Next.js project. We're using Contentful for our project, and we deployed it via Vercel. If you have any issues or questions, make sure to reach out to us in the Contentful Slack, and we'll try to help you out. And that is it for this video.